Guys, let's talk a bit about the wrist move, and particularly we're going to focus on your sort of trail wrist move in the first part of the backswing, so often referred to as the takeaway position. And this is important, right? Because however you start moving that club in that early part of that backswing position is going to have an influence on how that club is effectively progressing throughout the whole movement. Now, what I've done is I've placed a couple of alignment sticks down on the ground here just to create like a gateway, roughly about the distance of a club head. And the point is, and this is what I say to all my students, is what we want to be doing is when we're taking this golf club back, we want to feel like that club is just traveling in a straight line as it goes back. So from my perspective, that club head is just going straight through that gateway as I take that club into that backswing. But because our hands and arms, you know, are obviously to the side of our body, and we're going to swing the club to the side of our body, so my arms move this way, that's what creates this sort of illusion of the swing plane. So the big misconceptions and the big problems that I encounter in that first move are golfers who either introduce a lot of wrist move early, so the club head comes underneath this gateway, golfers who either turn too soon and get the club underneath this gateway, or they don't create any wrist hinge at all as they take the club back, and this potentially creates what's known as too much cupping, which can lend itself to this sort of vertical club shaft position and an open face. So the important thing that you need to understand about this first move is really twofold. One, yes, you basically want to make sure as you take that club back, you're ensuring that club head is just traveling straight through the gateway as I'm demonstrating here, and you want to make sure you get that feeling all the way up to about parallel, really. The second thing that you want to do is, as you're allowing that club head to travel straight through that line, you need to induce a little bit of wrist hinge. And it's a simultaneous motion, and ultimately it doesn't matter exactly when you want to introduce this little wrist hinge, but it has to be happening at some stage in the backswing, because otherwise you're going to end up with this cupping position. So the feeling is up to you. You may find it happens very naturally, but I would suggest to make sure you get this first move correct, you want to make sure that club head is going nicely through that gateway, whilst you simultaneously allow this right wrist to hinge. I personally say to a lot of my students, get it done a little bit sooner. So if you can get the club into a nice position here, so the way the club shaft is nicely in line with my left hand, I've got a nice bit of wrist hinge. From here I can just turn, get the club in that nice position, and then bring the club back down through that gateway as I swing through. So this position here is a really important move. I'll see you soon. So hopefully you enjoyed the video, but let me tell you something. There's a much easier way for you guys to be seriously improving your game, and online lessons have never been any easier or any more affordable. If you head over to the website, you'll see examples of different programs that I offer, but I promise you, you'll be absolutely amazed at a couple of things. One, how easy it is nowadays to participate in online lessons. I work with students that send me videos from the course, that send me videos from the range, that send me videos from home. You'll be astounded how you're probably not doing the things that you should be doing, and how helpful it will be for me, very much personally, myself, to keep a watchful eye on your progress. I've also got a video library and some structured content over there as well to help guide you on your way. But keep watching the tips, subscribe for more of those. But like I say, there is an easier way to ensure you're on the right path. I'll see you soon.